then we're going to get over into the Google Docs. So you should be logged into your school email account, which should be a Google account to use Google Docs. And you're going to click on Drive. And when you click on Drive, it opens the Drive tab here. And at our school district, we have collections here, and one collection is the A+ Student Grade Reports collection. So when we click on that, it gives us this list that's in here. I blacked out there's a bunch of student reports in here, and I blacked those all out so that we keep confidentiality. And this is the one that I want to open. This is it's a template for all intents and purposes. It's our sample student spreadsheet. So when I click that to open it, it will then open this file. And before I do anything, it is most important to do File, not the file up here for my browser, but the file here for Make a Copy. You need to do this before you do anything else, because we don't want to be editing our template, because we want our template to stay blank and ready to use for every other student. So when we do Make a Copy, then that, with the Google Drive system, opens up a copy. It automatically puts copy of blah blah blah, so you want to delete that off to get rid of that. And then what I do is change this information to being the student's first and last name and the class that they're taking and the date that I'm generating the report, much like the sample here. And check Also Copy Document Collaborators and click OK. And so that brings us the blank document here, and you click in the first cell right here that will be blank, and you do either edit, and do the top edit up here. Don't do this edit. Edit, paste, or if you're on a Mac, Command V, or on Windows or Linux, Control V, and that will paste everything from that CSV file that was in Excel into this file. So all of this data will come in here. And then we're going to make our formulas that will automatically average the average score percentage and the high score percentage. And the way we do that, actually, let me go back. You start right here and you drag select on that column, and you keep going down, and it'll automatically scroll down until you get to the bottom to where you're here. So all of these cells are selected. These cells here the rows are frozen, so these will scroll up and down, and these stay there, so you know what you're looking at. So once you have this whole column of numbers selected, you click this little formula button here. It looks like the one in Excel, and click Average, and it will automatically put the average in this cell. So there it is. And in this case, it happens to be a round number, or I've already changed the decimals. You do the same thing to this column. Start at the very top and drag select all the way down, and then click the formula button here and select average, and it will put this in. When it shows this here, then hit the return key or enter key, and it will show the average there. So it'll look like this one. In this case, when I did it, it made a number that was like to the 5th or 6th decimal place, and so I want to round it to 2 decimals. That's my preference. You may want to round it to the even number, but I like to see 2 decimal places just so I know that if they have a 68.42, that I know it's almost a 68.5, which would round it to a 69, which a 69 is almost a 70. So I know that if they go back in and retake one lesson and try a little harder on it, take their time a little more, then they can score it higher and get up to a passing score. The point of this is credit recovery, so I want to push them and help them to be successful. So I select 2 decimals, and it will then, that number was 89.20896, blah, 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 blah. So now it's 89.21. Oh, and it made this one 76.002, so that I know that it's an even number. So now I've got those 2 main numbers, and I want the average of those numbers. So then I click in this cell here, and then I come up here and I type equal average, open parentheses, D32, which this cell is D32, kind of like Battleship or Bingo or something, and then colon, which is going to give you the average of the cells, from this cell to this cell, E32, and then close parentheses, and then hit enter, and it'll give me this number. So 76 and 89.21 average out to 82.61. And this method is what we have decided in our district is the way we're finding the final grade. And I'm not sure how that policy came about or who developed that system, but that's what we have. Different people can do it different ways. And then I type overall grade, and I go a couple of cells over because I know overall grade I don't want it to overlap over the numbers. And when I hit enter to that, overall grade doesn't fit in this cell. In Excel, it would just automatically write out over these. For this one, you drag select these 3 cells. So you just click in one and select over until they're highlighted, and then you click this button here, and it will merge those 3 cells so that then it looks like this. And then you click the B for bold. You click that cell. You can drag select these 2 cells and click B for bold, and then drag select these 2 cells and click the B for bold if you want to set these numbers out as being the important numbers on the spreadsheet. And once you've done that, then you do File, and it's the small file here in the Google Drive, not the browser's file up here. Email collaborators, because you're wanting to share this information with the main players in the credit recovery scenario. So it might be your Teams coordinator or the registrar or the school counselor, the principal, administrators, whoever's needing to be aware that a student has recovered the credit. Or this may be a credit gain if they are taking this class because their schedule wouldn't let them take it in the regular classroom, or they're a dual credit student and taking this while they're taking other courses through the community college online program. And the policy may be that no matter what this score is, they get a 70 in the class if it's for recovery. Some districts have that policy, but that's a policy issue. So you click Email Collaborators, and this dialog box comes up. And I've blacked out the individuals involved for privacy's sake. I left me there, haha. And I check Send a Copy to Myself, because sometimes I want to be able to verify that I actually notified people of generating this report and sharing it with them. And the subject will automatically have the name of the file that you're notifying them of, and you can change that name if you want to. And then here, just type in, any essential information. Maybe it's a report that you generated that shows that they haven't finished it yet, and you want to type in here they need to redo a couple of lessons in the course to be successful, or type in this is their third time to try it and they finally got it, or what have you. And then you click send, and that is the end of it.